On this Ram 1500 Classic with the 3.6 Pentastar, P0430 means the PCM may be seeing bank 2 catalyst efficiency below the expected range. In plain terms, the downstream oxygen sensor activity may look too much like the upstream sensor activity, so the converter is not being judged as storing oxygen the way it should. The vehicle may drive normally, but the MIL can illuminate. Possible fault areas can include an exhaust leak, an engine mechanical issue, an aging or fouled oxygen sensor, or the catalytic converter itself. Before going deep, start with the basic system checks, then work the fault in order. The logic here is a performance comparison. A good catalyst should dampen the downstream O2 sensor signal compared with the upstream signal. A typical proper catalyst pattern has the downstream O2 sensor line measuring approximately 20% of the length of the upstream O2 sensor line. If the downstream to upstream signal ratio is more than approximately 0.6/1 or 60%, the catalyst is determined to be failing. The monitor has several operating windows, but the best chance to run it is with engine temperature above 70 degrees C, 158 degrees F, engine speed between approximately 1,000 RPM and 3,000 RPM, and vehicle speed between 20 mph and 85 mph under moderate engine load. Also, no other O2 sensor circuit faults should be active for this monitor path. Start by reading codes in all ECUs. Record the codes and the environmental data and save the scan report and related recorded data. Then erase the codes, turn the ignition off for a minimum of 10.0 seconds, turn it back on, and operate the vehicle under the conditions that set the fault. Use the captured conditions and the monitor gates to give the PCM a fair chance to run the test. If P0430 returns, continue with this diagnostic path. If it does not return, treat it as an intermittent condition instead of forcing a conclusion. Next, look back at the recorded codes. If there are upstream or downstream O2 sensor signal faults or heater faults present, handle the applicable O2 sensor diagnostics first before continuing with P0430. That matters because this monitor is built on the upstream and downstream sensor signals. If those signals or heaters have their own faults, the catalyst efficiency decision is not a clean one yet. If there are no O2 sensor signal or heater faults, move on to the physical checks. Now visually inspect the catalytic converter inlet and outlet. Look for physical damage like dents or holes, leakage at the converter, signs that it is internally broken, or severe discoloration from overheating. If any of those problems are found, replace the catalytic converter and also repair the condition that may have caused the failure. Then verify the repair and confirm the code stays gone. If the converter inspection is clean, check the exhaust system for leaks. An exhaust leak, especially before the catalytic converter, can make the upstream O2 sensor drift out of range or stop switching properly, and even a very small leak can fail the catalyst monitor depending on where it is. If a leak is found, repair or replace the leaking exhaust parts as necessary, then verify the repair. If no leaks are found, continue. After the exhaust checks, look for an engine mechanical issue. Check the exhaust for excessive smoke from an internal engine problem, and verify the upstream O2 sensor is not fouled from a mechanical engine failure. An engine consuming oil, coolant, or excessive fuel can foul the upstream O2 sensor because that sensor is not protected by the catalyst. If an engine mechanical condition is present, repair that condition as necessary, then verify the repair. If not, review the vehicle repair history. If the downstream O2 sensor was replaced recently without replacing the upstream O2 sensor, a new downstream sensor paired with an aging upstream sensor may set this DTC. In that case, replace the front O2 sensor as necessary, then verify the repair. If that history does not apply, continue to the final step. If the code returned O2 sensor signal and heater faults are not driving the test, the converter is not visibly damaged, there are no exhaust leaks, no engine mechanical condition is present, and the sensor replacement history does not point to an aging upstream sensor issue, The remaining diagnostic action is to replace the catalytic converter. After any repair on this path, keep verification separate from testing. Run the verification. Make sure the monitor has had the right opportunity to evaluate the repair and confirm P0430 stays gone. The takeaway is simple. Prove the signal inputs are valid, prove the exhaust and engine are not misleading the monitor, then make the converter call. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.